I just have your screen there.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. So how are you zipping this to YouTube?
VMix.
Okay, so it just automatically goes to the YouTube channel.
Well, I set it. I have to broadcast it to my channel. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just posted on my Facebook that we're going to be doing this, so
Oh,
hopefully we get a
awesome.
couple more
Thank you.
people.
Dennis, are you there?
How are
Can you
you?
hear us? You got to get your audio working, brother. Okay, keep working on it. That's Dennis Lovelady. He's the second guest. Let me go
Okay, because
look.
I didn't see.
Uh,
I can't see that
no.
anywhere on screen.
And how come it's not showing that we're live? Oh, I know why. Dadgummit. Let's make it public instead of private.
Ouch.
I'm still not seeing an announcement on YouTube that I'm live. Oh, yes, I am. Showing live now. Okay, it's flying. Everything's doing what it's supposed to do. That's a plus. Dennis, if you ever get your audio up, just speak up. We kind of need you to have audio to be on the show. Uh-oh. Why did I just go unavailable? Oh, no, it's good. We're good. Yeah, we're due to go on here in just a few minutes. Can you see me okay, Frank?
Nope. All I see is the AGL.net with the Inspire flying back and
Oh,
forth.
oh, that's on the YouTube channel. You ought to be able to see me in the.
Mm-mm.
You can't see me in the VMix call?
No, sir. I'll show you real quick.
Huh.
This is what I see. Just text it to you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Well, in a couple of minutes, I'm going to change what's going out on the stream. And then I'm going to introduce you. I think you're going to be impressed with the way this is going to look.
Let's check it out.
Got to switch to that, fade to this, and look at chat. Hey, everybody. The gang's
All right,
all here.
now I see you.
Gotta move this stuff back around so I can see it again here.
Will the chat be on the side here?
Yes. Looks like we got Oklahoma drummer Thomas O'Sullivan, David, Steve Mack. Right on, guys. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. We're going to get right down to business. How many viewers we got? Just 10. Man, I was hoping it'd be a little more than that. It's just 7:30 though.
Where is there? Where is from?
Okay. Let's give this a try. But like this.
I got a double here. Oh, there you go.
How's that?
That looks pretty damn awesome.
I've been working for hours on it. Hey guys, meet Frank from CarolinaDronz.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Happy Hump Day, actually, Wednesday, right?
Yeah, that's why I do my videos on Wednesdays, Hump Day.
I wish we were looking at some humps right now.
I wish we were looking at a new Mavic right now.
Next week. Next
Yep.
week, buddy. Next week.
Yep.
I hear so many rumors. Our DJI contacts are sealed lips.
Oh yeah. If you're
The only
getting an
information
echo,
that they're
if you happen to be
the
getting an
only
echo,
information.
just
Go
mute
ahead.
the sound on the YouTube channel,
Gotcha.
and you'll hear it in your headset that way, and you won't have an echo.
Well,
Ken
I don't have it on
Dobo.
YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Right on. Ken.
Right on, dude. Thanks for coming in, man. Rick Halliber. Yeah, that's right. I did all this myself, Ken. This screen you're looking at? Yeah, man. Did that all myself. Anyway, I told you guys last week to have some questions ready. Frank's the man. He's here to answer your questions. Thanks, Ken. I appreciate it. So what's the official word on what they're actually going to release, Frank? Two birds, right? A Pro and
Awesome.
a
Well, it might be a
Zoom.
surprise. I think there might be a third one out there coming.
You think they're going to do the Enterprise, or are they going to do a gimbal?
Possibility, all of the above. I mean, DJI has an amazing marketing strategy. As you guys know, they tried to launch back a month ago, right when Alto Evo was coming out, and they put some pressure on the Alto Robotics team.
Right.
But something must have happened, or there was a complete marketing scheme of saying, "Hey, we're not ready yet." Who knows? I don't know the accurate answer for that, but I can tell you next week is going to be awesome.
Next week is going to be awesome. I can't imagine that it was a marketing scheme. They're big enough. They don't need to do that.
You'd be surprised. I mean, coming from the power tool world for the last 25 years, we used to do that too. So Ryobi and Rigid Power Tools used to put a lot of feeders out there just to put the pressure on DeWalt and Makita.
Really?
Oh, yeah. But I can tell you the Mavic 2, the Mavic 2 Pro, and possibly the Mavic Enterprise version is going to change the way we actually fly our drones.
Is it?
Without going into any details that I can't disclose.
Well, sure. You probably can't say a whole lot. But what you can say,
It's going to be awesome, though.
It's going to be awesome. That's what matters. That's what we needed to hear.
Yeah. I'll definitely be possibly retiring my Phantom 4 Pro.
Really? Okay. What about pre-orders? Are you going to be able to handle those?
We were actually told not to activate any pre-orders at all until the day of the announcement.
Really?
So we technically cannot post anything. I mean, there's a couple suppliers out there, a couple dealers out there that actually are doing pre-orders without even knowing the retails, final retails. And I'm hearing anywhere between $9.99 and $2,000.
Yeah.
So no final price has been given yet.
And do you have any idea that how many you're going to be able to get your hands on to sell?
Well, I already told my guy I want to put an order in for 250 units, so hopefully I have enough coming for everyone. Well, not everyone. I wish I could have more, but 250 units on the front end it's a big dollar
Yeah,
to
yeah,
give to DJI because they want to be paid now.
sure, sure.
But I can tell you the 1-inch sensor is going to be incredible. Hasselblad camera, 31 minutes of flight time.
Yeah, the Hasselblad
A little
lenses
bit
are going to be
larger.
phenomenal.
Yeah, a little larger platform than the current Mavic Pro. It is by far going to be nice.
One of those pictures that was released with the girl's hands that everybody thought it was iJustine because of pink nail polish. Um, that drone looked larger than the standard
Yeah,
current Mavic, and I kind of thought
yeah,
the body was bigger.
yeah. The actual motors are slight. It's a between the Mavic current Mavic Pro and the Phantom 4 motor. So it's right in between that size.
Okay, wow,
So
it's quite a bit bigger.
it it is quite a bit bigger. I mean, as you saw the information from the UK retailer, I mean, that was a big oops.
Well,
That
it
was a big
wasn't.
oops on their behalf
Well, yeah, but that magazine was probably sent to print well before DJI
months
yanked
ago.
the, you know, so there was really
That
nothing
is
anybody
true.
could do about that. And they probably told DJI, look, this is coming out. We can't do anything about it.
Yeah. So it's the horrible secret that actually everybody got to see before the actual announcement next week for those 2 units.
Yeah, and I'm glad Ash was able to get a video on that right away.
Yeah, they
Um,
pulled every one of those magazines off the shelf, every one of those catalogs
did they really?
immediately. Yeah, within 24 hours, every one of those catalogs were gone. That's why you haven't seen any posts on any of the forums lately.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Can
I haven't seen the actual radio, but I
okay.
can tell you that I was told that it's going to be different than the Mavic Pro radio currently. So God knows what's coming out on that. I didn't get to see any images on the actual radio
Wow.
controller, transmitter, whatever everyone calls it,
Yeah, yeah.
sticks,
RC unit. Yep.
RC
Controller, whatever.
RC transmitter. But where are you at right now, Mel? You look like you're sitting in the back of your truck
I am in the back of my truck, and
in the
believe
beautiful state of
Tennessee.
Tennessee, back
I'm
home.
8 miles from my house, but I'm not going
Oh,
home. That happens a lot. Uh,
8 miles from the house, but don't want to go home.
it,
That must be nice.
why? I mean, I got everything here that I need on a daily basis. At the house, I'd have to wait 24 hours for the AC to cool it down. So,
Yeah, and last time you visit, I actually asked you. I said, when are we going to mount one of those kick-ass antennas on top of your truck so you can fly from inside your truck?
you know what? Here at the truck stop, I was doing that today.
Yeah,
My my brother was
I was
down
only
here with
kidding.
his Spark, and I had the Phantom 4 Pro outside, and I had something that I'd never seen on the screen. I had the diagonal lines across the screen, and I thought, what in the devil is this? So I came inside where it was cool, and I was looking at my settings, and I had inadvertently turned on overexposure warning. And if you
Oh,
turn that
gotcha.
on, it wipes out your screen. I turned that off, and
Yeah.
everything went back to normal. So I was like, okay. I sat right here at the table flying the drone, and my brother's out there as my spotter.
Oh, wow. I had a hell of a project this week. I flew basically a tunnel, square tunnel underneath the highway. It was 1,800 feet, 8 foot by 8 foot, so 8 by 8. And I was
Wow.
flying with Mavic. I posted it earlier, or actually earlier this week, on our Facebook page, on CarolinaDronz Facebook page. And I used the Titan amplified antennas. And talk about nerve-wracking. I get about halfway, and there's a huge tree stuck inside the tunnel. I mean, we're talking about the tunnel was 1,600 feet, 1,800 feet or so, and there's 4 or 5 turns inside the tunnel. And I came across this tree just kind of right in the middle of it.
Oh,
And
man.
of course, it's been backing up all the debris, so the rain runoff.
Right.
And tomorrow the guys are actually that actually I'm working with. They're gonna go in there and cut the tree up with some cordless chainsaws because they use gas-powered units in a confined space.
Right.
And then after they cut that, they want me to fly it again. But I mean, no GPS, no obstacle avoidance, piece of shit prop guards, but you have to have them.
Yep.
And I literally, every time I fly that tunnel, I've done it probably about 6 or 7 times. I have to put brand new set of props on because whether I kiss the ceiling or I kiss the side of the wall. But that Mavic Pro keeps going.
Oh, that's what you were flying in there?
Yeah, inside the tunnel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't risk your Inspire 2 in there, I'll bet.
No, no. The camera costs more than the actual Mavic Pro.
Sure.
Neat. It's just really just to see if there's any debris blocking the tunnel out.
Yeah. And
And
that's what
then,
it is for
yeah,
drainage, so it's blocked with debris.
drainage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna see if I get the green light to post. I think they won't let me post. They won't let me post the actual images until about 30 days after they clear out the debris and stuff. So,
Okay.
but it's impressive. It's impressive that Mavic Pro does really well without the obstacle avoidance and flying at ATTI mode. And I mean, you got to just be
You got to
easy
be
on the
on it.
sticks.
You got to be on it.
You got to just,
Yep.
yeah. You can't blink because the moment you blink, you're on the side of the wall.
Yep. Yep.
Can you hear
It's
me
hard to
here?
recover. Oop,
Dennis.
I heard somebody there.
Yeah, you got audio.
All right,
Dennis
I switched.
Lovelady.
Okay. All right,
It's,
Dennis. Now that I can hear you, I'm going to mute you. I'll be back. Okay. So we got that working. Um, so what are some plans for the store? Have you got anything coming big for the store that you want to get out here to the viewers?
Yes, actually, we did a partnership with CrossFlight, and they're actually going to be doing a lot of the 107 trainings and also recertifications. And on top of that, I'm gonna be doing the what we call 107 hands-on training, all the different types of drones. So we're gonna try to help out a person like yourself that has an Inspire 1. I'm gonna show you all the tips and tricks, what you could and can't do with the Inspire 1. If someone has a unique product, they'll bring their unique product and I'll work through them on how to do the firmware updates and fly properly with the unique product. So in the next 30 to 90 days, we're going to be announcing some partnership, more partnership, and doing some classes here in Andrew, and possibly some throughout the East, whether it's Atlanta, Charlotte, Columbia, Jacksonville, and so forth.
Right,
So that's
right,
going to be
right.
exciting.
That'll be cool.
So that's going to be that is going to be awesome. And now that I've been focusing more on 360 panels, processing with PT GUI and Panel 2 VR, I'll love to show or share with anyone that's interested how you can capture 360 properly, because some of the stuff that you currently see out there, it's really just Facebook up. But what we do is we take it and we put maps in it. We put links into it, put it where there's another hot spot, so you can go from 160 to the next 360 process and overlay it with maps.
Right.
I've been heavily involved in doing that in the last month or so, and it's time consuming, but it looks badass when it's actually presented to the client.
And that's that project you showed me the other day when I was down there?
Yes. Yes.
And you've still got how much more to go on that?
Well, a lot. We did 160 panel shots. Multiply that by 23 shots per waypoint, so you can do the math. Close to 3,500 or so pictures. So we got to analyze all that, put that together. But now that we have an overlay of the entire project, every week there's certain hotspots, what I call hotspots or waypoints, that they're going to want redone on a weekly basis for traffic control, for dirt removal, and moving dirt, bridge installations, and so forth. So it's, I don't know what the hell I got myself into, but it's fun.
There you go.
There's not a dull moment, I can promise you. And I thought retiring my first job with the power tools after 22 years there, I was going to have it easy on the, helping out the ladies at the shop and helping you guys out there answer any questions and being just a Q&A on a call. But for the last 3 weeks, I've been really out on site out there and at the construction site. But we're looking at getting and hiring some people that I don't have to pay much money, and see if they can actually, see if they can go and just, well, basically all I would like for them to do is just go out and because I already have the waypoints already locked on Lychee. So I literally just give them my Lychee app and my login and just say, I want you to fly waypoint 12 to 9 o'clock if the weather is good, and just keep going that way. And all I do is get the files or the images back to me on a Dropbox or on a thumb drive and process it.
Right. Well, that would be awesome.
So,
that would be absolutely cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Today, actually, I did an interesting one for you, Mel. So on a runoff creeks up there, I literally was flying the P4 down the creek, about 100-foot creek, but I literally had to fly it down the center of the creek, between trees, under trees, above trees, underneath tree trunks. It was fun.
That would be cool.
I felt like I was totally FPV flying, but it was just nice and easy on the sticks is all you can do instead of full throttle like a racer.
FPV slow motion, right?
FPV slow motion.
There you go.
Just easy on the sticks.
Yep.
A couple other new items that are coming out. I just want everybody to know, I'm sure you guys seen it. Unique launched recently a Unique called the Mantis Q. It's very small, kind of like the Mavic Air size. Retail, I believe, is $4.99. Comes with a controller. I haven't got one yet. I've seen pictures. It looks what I call cute. I lost you, Mel. I only see myself. Are you there? Anyone else? Mel, I lost you.
No, I'm here.
Okay, did you just put me on full screen?
Yep, just put you on full screen, let you have it. You're the star of the show.
All right, I'm sorry about that. No, I'm not a star. I'm just here to help out and just having fun. So the Unique Mantis Q, now, and like I said, I haven't been able to actually see the unit, but on images, we actually are taking pre-orders. We got like 6 pre-orders already. And we'll see. I mean, $499. It's not bad. But honestly, I haven't had my hands on the sticks yet and haven't really seen any of the files that it's producing. But on paper, it looks good. The Anafi was a good unit that came out. I was a little disappointed how the feel and touch of the actual Anafi was, but it flies well. I'm not sure who would use the camera moving up to 180. We tried to use it on a bridge the other day, and it's just too dark, and I couldn't adjust the focus or the light exposure, so it didn't look right. So I put that down and took out the trusty M210 and got our nice, good pictures with the X5 camera. But overall, the drone business is going to grow. I'm sure some other players are going to come out between now and Christmas. Hopefully, Walkera comes out with something. I mean, I've always liked it. They just had a horrible customer service and no support here in the U.S., but a very great product.
Yeah.
Going back all the way to the Tally H500 and the Scout and so forth. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well, it sounds promising anyway.
Yeah, change is something that we can't control. So hopefully the new and improved, I mean, they're talking about the 3G and 4G transmitting.
Yeah.
I mean, that can be huge, but it's also an FAA nightmare.
Possibly.
I mean, that eliminates the line of sight flying on your unit.
But I think you're supposed to have observers at those other waypoints, aren't you? I know in all the testing,
gray area.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, and the testing, they're probably testing it out in the middle of Nevada, somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. But in a populated area, they can't test that right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Although a Litchi app, if you do a Litchi app with your, on your computer and you do your mission, you can fly any DJI product as far as the battery will let you go.
Really?
You lose transmission, but she flies to point A and flies back if you create the mission on Litchi.
Right,
so
right.
The FAA hasn't put their hands on Litchi.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. It's fun though. If you're not having fun, you should hobby.
That's right. That's right. Well, how much more time do you have to stick around? We've had you about 20 minutes now.
I'm all yours. I'd like to take some questions if anybody has any. I can't hear them. I don't see my screen on the side. I don't see any of the questions. Where would I see that, Mel?
It would be in the chat. If you open up and view the stream from a YouTube channel.
Okay, in the YouTube. Okay, so let me go into YouTube. Let me see if I can pause this one.
I'll give you the full screen. Hey, everybody. Type some questions for Frank. If anybody's got any questions about drones, problems they're having with their drones, any kind of thing. He's a wealth of knowledge. Take advantage. He likes to be tested. Trust me. And I like all the new drones coming out because it gives DJI competition. What happened? I'm not hearing you now, Frank. Lost your audio.
Can you hear me?
Yep, now I can.
Okay. So let's start. I mean, I got Steve Mack on the top question. I'm new to drones. Have Mavic. Oops. Oops, and I lost him because so many people are putting so many comments. All right, I'm new to.
And you shall
receive.
I'm
having trouble seeing the picture on my tablet when flying. What is the best to use view as you fly? All right, so Steve Mack.
Lost your audio, Frank.
All right, hold on one second.
Okay.
I'm trying because I hear them both at the same time. Let me see if I can.
Oh, mute the channel audio and
just mute the
YouTube channel.
Okay, there you go. Got it.
Yeah. And then you won't hear
the echo. Okay, here we go. So Steve Mack, Having trouble seeing pictures on my tablet. What tablet are you currently using? I personally use, for the product, I go back and forth to use my huge MacBook Pro. I'm sorry, iPad Pro. I think it's a 10-inch or 13-inch, the very large one. When it's actually hot and sunny out there, I use my ultra bright crystal. A lot of issues are they're happening with those knockoff tablets out there, Android-based ones. If it's not a decent quality one, because what's happening is DJI Go 4 app is updated often, that the system is not fast enough to capture the video. So that can be the problem that you're having. I'm not sure which tablet you're currently having, or your tablet that you're currently using. So if you ask that question, I'll answer what you have. Next one here, Typhoon H RealSense. Frank. Typhoon H RealSense is a very good product. Honestly, the only time that you'll be using a RealSense unit is actually when you're doing a follow me mode, or you're following at a subject in between trees. My thing to all my clients and all my customers and friends: do not fly below the trees. Always fly above your trees, and you won't have any issues crashing your unit. The RealSense, I've actually seen it come and go. I've had customers where they said it's on, and it actually deactivated itself. So it's a great. Last year, there's going to be newer products that are going to be advancing, currently coming up. So be on the lookout for that, Chris. Hope. Cardosa Media, I'm not sure if that's your real name, but that's a pretty cool name. Best-selling drone out in my store currently right now is a Phantom 4 Pro version 2. Retail for $14.99 and $17.99. The $17.99 comes with built-in, I call it a Crystal Sky, a 5.5 knockoff Crystal Sky on the radio. Personally, I like to use a larger tablet than that one. All right, got it, Clint. Going FPV is fine. Image was messed up with newest app. The older app, okay, that's a good question here. I am Wedge. The older iPads can handle saving a local copy to the iPad. If you're seeing a green screen flicker, that is probably the issue. Okay, so the mysterious green screen flickering. I'm not sure if everyone's aware of this. When you have a green screen flickering like that, it's actually the channel switching to the next proper channel, trying to locate a proper channel to give you that proper visual screen. So when you get that green screen, that's what's happening. Is your system is going through different channel system, or searching for the proper channel to give you that video. So when you guys see that green screen, don't panic. Just kind of ease up, and it takes half a second or a second, and it flickers to the next one. Okay, rumor has it Crystal Sky likes to overheat. That is correct. If you have it in direct sunlight, it does heat some. There is some Crystal Sky sunshades out there available from Polar Pro that work really good. Me personally, when I'm ever doing a flight, I like to sit underneath a tree or a shade. If I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I'm in my vehicle, outside my vehicle, I literally just prop my door open, and whether it's on the passenger side or driver's side, and just put my door open and kind of kneel down a little bit in the shade there. So yes, the Crystal Skies do heat up. I've experienced that myself personally. Okay, I'm going down the questions here. Original Chino, hey buddy, what's going on? Some great videos. Thanks for sharing those on my here. Okay, Dalton said, I always turn off video caching. That is good to do, because what it does, it caches all the files inside your tablet and clears it out, so it actually moves processing faster. Steve Mack again. Have the Mavic Pro a few weeks and have to look into a better tablet for drawing flying. Okay, I thought I answered that one already. Steve, can you ask another question on what tablet that you currently are using? Okay, Star Cop, last up. update I did on my Mavic Air. I lost asteroid and boomerang. Anything I can do to recover that? That's new to me. Give me a call tomorrow, StarCop, at our office, 864, or just call CarolinaDronz. I mean, you can find it. Just go on the web. I'm sure you don't have anything to write down right now, but I'd like to turn on my Mavic Air because I just did the update about 2 or 3 days ago and see if it's in there. Can you make sure that your intelligent flight modes is on and maybe that actually shut it off? Because one thing I can tell you is anytime you do any update on any of the DJI products, it actually resets all your settings. We're talking about your height limitations, your that's pretty funny. You're hearing that your brother's about to reach you on your cellular device. It's pretty funny. But anytime you actually do any update, whether it's any DJI product, make sure you go back into your settings and make sure you have all your settings back to what you properly use. And also in your camera settings, if you change it and move it into manual modes, manual settings, make sure you go back and do all your settings like you like to set up your camera. So check that on their StarCop. If not, give me a call tomorrow. I'm sure we can walk and talk and go through it together. Okay, I am Wedge. I'm using an older iPad mini. Yeah, the new software updates, iOS 11, that Apple has done is really taken a lot of the memory out of those iPads, and then additional to the DJI Go 4 app. That's probably why you're having some issues with your iPad mini, your older version. And hopefully there's no issues when the iOS 12 comes out. I mean, I'm sure everyone that's a drone probably updating their software right away as soon as the iOS 12 comes out, I think in September from Apple. Hold on, I saw a good question recently. Any way to get third-party apps, Lychee on Crystal Sky? Yes. Andy, if you go on your Crystal Sky and you're connected to your Wi-Fi, go to Lychee, to the Lychee.com, like if you're logging in, and right on there that has a SPK link to download the Lychee app onto your Crystal Sky. So go check that, Andy. It's very easy. Once you download it, you go into your downloaded folder and it goes right into your screen. Next question, Donald, help. Do you recommend doing all firmware updates in the Go app? Me personally, I like to do all my updates connected to the DJI Assistant too. It's much faster off your computer than actually your tablet or your phone. So I highly recommend to do it on your computer. Any news on the Phantom 5 coming out? I hope. We don't know yet. I think they won't launch too many units at the same time. They might do the Phantom 5 for CES 2019. I mean, if you guys saw some rumored images out there with the removable lenses, I believe they did a custom one for a client overseas. DJI did. But yeah, the Phantom 5, I would say it would be a CES 2019 launch. Here we go. Here, Canadian Drone Networks. Hi.
Hey, Roger.
Let me see. I'm trying to answer all these questions here. Customer service, willingness to help customers. A1. Oh, thanks a lot, Debbie. I appreciate it. Okay, I would say the S9 Plus is killing it with the DJI Go 4. Just had to downgrade. Yeah, I've heard that too, Oklahoma. Will drone deploy work on the Crystal Sky, Qaskai? Rick Harbor. It does and it doesn't. I've seen some guys download the drone deploy on the Crystal Sky. If you go into your network or to your web on your Crystal Sky, you got to make sure you're connected to your Wi-Fi hotspot. Go into and type in SPK files. And if you go in your SPK files, you can download all these crazy apps that are available that you can basically backdoor it into the crystal sky. So check that out. If you have any issues doing that, Rick, give me a call and I can walk you through it. You're welcome, Chris. Hope. Okay. Anyone else out there has any more questions? I think I've probably answered just about all of them, Mel. I don't see any more going through it here. I lost you. Can I hear you? Can you hear me? I don't hear you, Mel.
Oh, how about if I turn my microphone on?
Go. There you go.
Thanks so much, Frank, for joining us tonight and taking the time to be here.
Thank you. And, you know, I love to do this more often. I mean, if there's anybody out there that actually has any more live videos, I mean, I know Ken down in Tampa, or let's say Crystal River area, Spring Hill area. I'm sure he does some of these, and I'd love to join. I mean, I'm here to help out wherever I can. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you. I don't know the answer, but I can get it for you. I mean, if I don't answer, I'll get the answer for you. I mean, if you guys want to call me directly on my cell phone, I mean, by all means, my phone's open, 864-642-5263. Open to anyone. You can text me, email me, Skype me, you do it, whatever, and I'm sure that I can answer the questions for you. I mean, it's always great to have a lifeline out there, especially when you're out of the job site or you're out just flying. You're like, shit, who the hell do I call? Feel free to call me. I mean, if I'm available, I'll text you right back saying, hey, I'm not available at the moment, but I'll call you back. And I'm 10 out of 10, or I would say 9 out of 10 that I usually call back.
He calls me back 11 out of 10.
Well, okay, I like you a lot.
What's the check I got to send this week now?
Nothing. You don't have to do anything. I mean, shit, every time you come visit me, you always walk away with free shit.
And I
got to actually figure, I have to write down all the stuff. I have to write down all the stuff that I give you, send it to my accountant saying, this is, I gave it away as a marketing for free stuff.
That's right. There you go. I still got a bunch of cup koozie gizmos I got to give away.
Oh man, I got tons of hats. Anybody want a hat? Just call the girls at the shop. Tell them you want a hat, that you heard me last night at the 400 AGO live video. And if you want a hat, we got them in red and black. Tons of them. I think I over-ordered hats. I'm getting low on lanyards. I just put another order in for lanyards because I usually include a lanyard with all the purchases. And I know there's some clients, some customers of you guys that probably have 10 or 15 of them if you've purchased over and over. Okay, Ken Ingram just said, tell us about different landing mats you have. Okay, so the landing mat that's literally right behind Mel, that nice thick rubber landing mat, I actually pay, and I told Mel this, we pay $23.80 for those. Those landing mats there. I mean, Mel, what would you say? They're about ½ inch thick, 3/4 thick?
3/8 to ½ inch. They probably weigh 10 pounds.
Well, they actually weigh 6.2 pounds because when we ship them, I know that it costs a lot to ship. So they weigh 6 pounds. So they're very heavy. So you're not going to get that lifting like you would have all those what I call vinyl ones out there, unless you stake it. But if you want a very good landing mat, go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Menards, wherever you're at in the United States, and go get a 2-foot by 2-foot piece of plywood, ½ inch CDX, spray paint it whatever color you want, throw that in the trunk of your car, and that becomes a awesome landing mat. Believe it or not. Idea. And you're less than $10, and you can stain it. You can literally do whatever. Get creative with it. Get a router and router the edges, weatherproof it, gloss it, put your picture on it, put your wife's picture on, whatever.
Yep.
Um,
And it's a
but
hard
yes, Ken,
surface.
those are rubber ones. Those are rubber ones. They're actually a hard rubber. The manufacturer that makes those for us is locally, and they actually manufacture all the rubber mats that you see in bars with the Heinekens and the Coronas and the Bud Light mats that you see. Um, what I guess it's a bottle rester. That's the company that makes those for us. They're really thick, heavy duty. Yeah, floor car mats. I've heard that too, and they actually just router the cut of them out. I heard those work really well too. Want to buy a Crystal Sky for the Mavic Pro? Which mount would you suggest to purchase with either the 5.7, 7.5? The newest Polar Pro Crystal Sky mount, Steve, is phenomenal. Um, I wish I had my units with me, but I leave them at the shop all the time. That mount, I think it's less than $50 too, is incredible. It does not come with that. What is the adapter called? Shit, I'm going blank here. Anyways, it doesn't come with the cable, so you'll have to get a cable. You can get that on Amazon for like $8 or $9. But yeah, that mount is awesome. Let me see what there's a couple other questions here. I like the official mount, but $80. What do you mean? I like the official mount. Oh, $80. Yeah, $79 for that mount from DJI is a little hefty. However, it's nice. I mean, it's a quick release. Yeah, $80 is expensive. USB-C, thank you, Dennis. That's what it is. The USB-C, just type in USB-C and you get like a 6-inch one or 10-inch one from Amazon. They're like $9 or $10. Mel, I feel like I'm talking. I'm taking away
Hey,
your
you're
hype
the
here. What's
star,
going on,
man.
buddy?
Like I said, I knew you'd be busy if I brought you on.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it's one thing that my wife says that I can't be quiet. So, I mean, I love to talk. Get me a mic and I can probably talk forever. A
Well, I
Polar
did.
Pro list mount for the Mavic is $49. Okay, yeah. We have those. I think we might have like 2 or 3 of them because we sold like a handful of them this week. But I have another order from Polar Pro coming in because honestly, I really they sit just above the controller, so the actually your hands and your sticks are literally right behind the actual Crystal Sky. So it works well.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, Frank, I'm gonna let you go. Not take up any more of
All
your
right, buddy.
time.
I appreciate it. Thank you
Would
so much for allowing me to do this.
well,
I'd love
well,
to do it
thank you,
again. Maybe we do it
thank you
once a
for
month or
coming.
so.
Yeah, we'll make a
Yep.
plan of it.
Yeah, I'm actually next week. I'll be in Destin, Florida. If anybody is close by, hit me up. I'm actually taking a little vacation slash flying. There's a couple areas that you can't fly out there. There's a lot, the air base out there, no fly zones. But I know an area just north of Miramar Beach that is a really good hotspot for flying.
Cool.
But anyone out there, give me a buzz.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Frank. I really appreciate you coming in.
Hey, thank you guys. Thanks everyone for participating. I mean, there's 23 watchers out there. I mean, if you got something out there, any questions, feel free to call the office. I gave you guys my cell phone, 864-642-5263, or send me an email, Frank at CarolinaDronz. I'm sure I can answer any questions, or just basically direct message me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, you name it. We're on it.
Okay. Awesome,
Appreciate it,
Frank.
Mel. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thanks so much for being on. Okay, guys. That's the end of that one. Now we'll move on to the second part of the show. And we're going to bring in the one, the only, the loved by all, Dennis Lovelady.
Hey, everybody.
If you got your YouTube channel open, Dennis, be sure to mute the sound on that.
You don't hear an echo, do you?
We wouldn't hear it, you would.
Okay, I don't hear an echo.
Before we get into this topic, I got one thing I want to do. Jody from Carolina Drone, not Carolina Drones, Jody from Drone Shots. I had a little problem a couple of months ago. I was home, took my brother, drum roll, took my brother over to the marina and we were flying. I was flying my Mavic, he was flying his Spark, and yeah, my Mavic Pro Platinum was sitting on the ground on the landing pad. And I grabbed another drone, picked it up and started flying and backed up and promptly stepped right on my Mavic. I broke the left front landing gear leg. So did a little research and we found one. We meaning Dennis and Jody and I mean not Dennis, but we found one that could be 3D printed. And my slicer, not my slicer, but my 3D CAD program that I use wouldn't handle the file size. So Drone Shots, Jody up there in Grand Rapids, Michigan, he runs a slicer that would handle the file size of this thing. And he printed me some new legs for my Mavic. So take a look at these bad boys. They're orange, and just a little bit of the angle is off, but they work great. They're fantastic. When the legs are folded up and you look at the drone from the back, you can see just a little bit of difference in the angle. But that's how the print was set up. That's not Jody's fault. That's just the way they were drawn up on the CAD program. But that's what I ended up with. So I've got replacement legs for the Mavic Pro. And yeah, being on the front in the daytime, there's no mistaking the front of the bird. I mean, how cool is that? So, oh, Thomas, shucks. Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to Jody and Drone Shots Media. Drone Shots right here on chat tonight. And thanks for the legs, brother. They work fantastic. Now, we'll get back. Now, and now for further show, where's my thing at? It's right there. I got to click this and go there like that. And we're going to bring in Dennis. Howdy, Dennis.
Howdy. How you, Mel?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Great show so far, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Wasn't for the copy.
Yeah.
Oklahoma Drone. You can call Drone Lieutenant Dan. Okay, you guys listen up here for a minute. I want y'all to just close your eyes. Everybody just close your eyes. Don't look at your screen. And I want you to listen. Just listen. Don't look. Just listen. You ready? Mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get. Mr. Ken Herron, the one and only. Hello, buddy. Glad you could make it. So, guys, tonight, Dennis Lovelady and I are talking about insurance. And I have everything ready except the stuff that I was supposed to be ready with. those images that you sent me, Dennis, that you redacted the information on, I don't have those ready to put up on the screen. But
Okay, no problem.
if you want to talk a minute about your
Uh-oh, lost your audio.
no, it's
There you
back.
go.
If you want to talk a minute about your information with State Farm, let me get those images set up.
Okay, sure. So back in the early days of getting the Mavic Pro, I think everybody was a little bit confused about insurance, and I was among those people. And but I knew I had DJI Care Refresh, but I also wanted something a little bit more, I guess a fuller coverage, because I knew at that time Care Refresh didn't cover water damage, which they do now. Anyway, and I had heard about State Farm and their $60 policy and so on, but I didn't know any details. So it took a while before somebody finally told me the 3 words that you really need to know if you're going to search for this are personal articles floater, or personal articles policy, some people call it, but it is a floater, which doesn't mean what you might think. It means it floats with your personal property, not that it floats with some other policy. You can get a personal articles floater without having a homeowner's policy, contrary to some opinion. But anyway,
Right, you don't.
so
You can get just that by itself with not being a customer of State Farm at all.
correct. I happen to be a customer of State Farm, so it was, I had the contacts and so on. Once I knew what I was looking for, by the way, until I told them that I was looking for a PAF, or a personal articles floater, they couldn't find it either. So it's word of mouth that made this happen for me. But the bottom line is that in those days, which is, I guess, around December 2016 or around January 2017, I got that insurance. And I've renewed it once. It's $60 a year. And I will probably renew it again. But it's fine. And as Mel indicated in his video on this, the coverage does not include business use. And I don't have a Part 107 license. I haven't, I've been lazy. I'd love to have one, but I haven't pursued it. But so it doesn't affect me. But if you do have a business and you use this craft that you want to protect in that business, then a personal articles floater is not the answer for you. How's that?
It can be. If you
Okay. Yes, you're right. There is the option, but we don't know what the price is. Yes.
Right. If you
Yes.
get it added to the personal articles policy, you can get commercial coverage for an extra premium. And I'm going to guess there'd be a deductible involved with that, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, is that with the insurance that I have, that's the best I can tell you. With what I have, the coverage is supposed to be full with no deductible. Now, I did speak to, after Mel put his video out, I spoke with my insurance agent to get clearer details on this, and there are some clarifications that he made. But one of the things that he said was that the underwriters and at State Farm, and also at other insurance companies that offer this, apparently there are some, are all watching very closely to see what they get against these things. Zero deductible is a fairly unusual thing. He was surprised to see it, as a matter of fact. But he said they're watching this very closely, and at the present time, it is still a full coverage, zero deductible policy, and subject to change at some point in the future. But he said if they decided to change that today, it still wouldn't affect me until I wanted to renew, because the policy that I have is just what I stated. But it may not be offered again at some point if people start to abuse the coverage.
And as long as you keep it,
Or
you'll be grandfathered in on the new stuff.
that's probably true, unless they put in laws to make that otherwise. But
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. That's probably the case, and I intend to keep it. I haven't had to use it, thankfully, but I do like the fact that it's there.
Well, $60 a year, and you have to cover each drone, right? Each bird has to
Correct.
be listed on that policy.
Right.
So
So I have a Mavic Pro and a Spark, and the Spark is not covered because I just, it doesn't seem worth it to
the
me.
Spark's not worth it. But in my
Right.
case, if I had when I had my crash, if I had my Inspire and my Mavic both covered, it would have been no charge to get them both replaced.
Correct.
Whereas I paid DJI $980 to repair them both.
Yeah, that makes $60 a year look pretty good, even if you had to
Yeah,
pay it twice. Right? So,
or
yeah,
120. Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Right.
So that's what happened with that. And while you were explaining all that, Dennis, I showed the 2 screenshots of the policy information. So everybody got to
Oh,
get a
okay.
look at that too. So
Okay. So
that's what we know
everybody
about
knows I
that.
paid $1,348 for that. So fair enough.
You didn't cut that part out?
I don't think, maybe I did. I don't recall. Anyway, that's standard Fly More package plus shipping or something.
Yeah, so that's all good. No problems.
Yeah.
So that's the deal in a nutshell, guys. With State Farm, a personal article policy is what they call it. I should have had my copy here in front of me, but I don't. It's on my website. You can download the PDF, read through the policy, and if you like it, contact your local State Farm agent and see if they can hook you up. It's good only for hobby flyers. It doesn't cover your drone if you're flying commercially, unless you have it written as such and pay a higher premium. So it covers everything, Debbie. It covers theft. It covers destruction. It covers everything. I think there's a
Somebody said that, go ahead.
I think there's a clause in the policy where it doesn't cover it if it's stolen from your car, but then I believe your homeowner's policy would cover it at that point.
That's
But then
correct.
you're going to pay the deductible of your homeowner's policy. So if you're one of those folks with a high deductible, you're better off just to buy another drone and report that one stolen. Any other questions? On the personal articles policy floater, there is no deductible to cover, but you do have to list each drone, and you cannot fly them commercially. And there's paragraphs in there about if there's an investigation, like if State Farm thinks you're filing a fraudulent claim, they have the right to bring you into court over it and bring your family members in and anybody else they want to bring in. So, yeah. No, you don't need to have any insurance at all with State Farm to buy this policy. You can walk in the door and buy just this policy from them if you want to. That's another good thing. On my other video about that, there was a comment. Somebody had a comment about Allstate that they were able to do it, and their homeowners. I think they were covered under their homeowners, and their homeowners was only $500 deductible. So, yeah. So Jody, your agent said that they would be covered if they were stolen? Okay. See, that's something you have to nail down. Those little details. Make sure you read the policy. You can download it from my website, 400agl.net, and there's a PDF you can download and print it out. Okay, Chino, and read the thing over. If you like it, call your local State Farm agent. They'll hook you up. They like your money, I promise you. Anything else you can add to that, Dennis?
Nope. Nope. I doubled the fact that I know they like your money. They like mine too. I'm not hearing you, Mel.
It's on you. It's all on you.
It's on you.
Yep.
Oh, what?
You're on. You're live.
Oh, I'm live, and you want me to what? Dance or what? I don't dance, so.
Alexa, fart.
Alexa's far away from me. Oh, good.
There, see? I wanted to make Ken happy because I know he's listening. So, anyway, Mama Vlogger just asked me, we have farmers, so checking out. I'll be checking it out. Okay, Lloyd, that's cool. Yeah, that was a special one just for Ken. I pre-programmed her. Because I know he's listening. Anyway. All right, guys. We're right at an hour. I'm going to leave chat up for a little bit, but you guys can visit, and I'll be joining you in chat. And I think we're going to about call it a show. I think it was real good. I'm real pleased with the way the stream went. Everything went well. I'm glad you guys enjoyed having Frank in. And that was really, really cool. Dennis, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Mel. It was great to be here.
All right, awesome. Enjoy the chat for a few minutes, guys. We'll talk to y'all later.